Hey guys, Ryan here again. We're going to be talking about swing trade strategy. This is the third step out of the three before we make our execution on this trade. And if you find this helpful, please give me a like and subscribe if you want to see further videos about this. So first, in the last two videos, we found these two stocks here, AHCO and ECPG. Out of about 15 different stocks, we found these to be the most worthy of a swing trade. So now we're going to find out our risk versus gain ratio. We have a bit of calculations ahead of us here. Between our two stocks we found as a buy, we have to find which one's the best. Maybe both of them. Maybe one's a lot better than the other. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to figure out our ratio for risk versus gain. And another reminder, we want a minimum of 1/3 risk ratio. Our buy price was already determined when we hit the bottom of the channel up trend. So the channel up trend here, once it's at the bottom, pretty much every time it's at the bottom, that's our buy point. That's why we picked out all the stocks with it in the bottom right corner of the channel up trend. So our buy is at 2163. I just rounded it off to 2150. I put it right here. Same thing here. 4054. I rounded it and it's at 4050. Then we're going to identify take profit price, and that's going to be towards the top of the trending up channel. So it kind of ends here, but if this purple line kept going up, it would be a little above this 26 mark here. So our buy point is going to be at 2650. We're going to put it right here. And when you do this, you don't want to put it above the line or right at the line. You want to probably put it right below the upper channel up bar. So here's 50, and we're going to put it right at 50 because this purple line looks like it'll come right above that mark. And so 50, take profit for ECPG at 50. Okay. Then we're going to identify the upside percentage by calculating the difference between buy price and profit price. So the upside percentage is right here. I already calculated it for you guys here. 18% upside. And here, 19% upside. So how we evaluated that is you take the difference between the buy and take profit price to find your upside percentage. Okay, same thing here. 40-50, difference is 19% upside. Okay, next after that, you're going to identify the stop loss percentages. So here's the stop loss percentages. Now this is going to take a bit more calculations. So how we're going to do that is we're going to first write down all our ratios. We want 1-to-3 ratio, 1-to-4 ratio, 1-to-5 ratio, 1-to-6 ratio. First, write all those down right there. And now you're going to take the profit upside percentage by the ratio. Okay? I'm sorry, divide the profit upside percentage by the ratio. So for example, 18% upside divided by 3 equals 6%. So here it is right here, the 3 ratio and the 18%. You're going to take the 18% divided by 3 and you're going to get 6% loss right here. Okay, same thing, 18% divided by 4 is 4.5. Again, 18% divided by 5 equals 3.6. And you're going to do that for both stocks. And that's the reason why we really scaled it down to only 2 stocks, because if we would have done this for 15 different stocks, it would have took forever. We don't have time for that. So now, next, now that we have our stop loss percentages, we're going to identify our stop loss. So, minus the risk percentage lost by the price bought. So, for example, our buy price is at $21.50. We're going to minus 6% stop loss, the loss, 6% loss, and you're going to get $20.21. So here it is, our buy price minus 6% is $20.21. That's giving us our 1-to-3 ratio if we set a stop loss at $20.21. Same thing, $20.50 minus 4.5% equals $20.53. You're going to do that for all these. All these calculations probably takes 10, 15 minutes, and better you get at it, faster and more efficient you become. Okay, so now that you have all your numbers, all your stop loss and ratio percentages, we have to decide which one makes the most sense. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Thinkorswim, and we're going to take AHCO. And so this is my paper trading account. I just kind of play around in here with fake money and figure out some new strategies and stuff. So we're only going to be looking at this right side of the chart, but this is a 180-day chart. So each day here it's marked is 4 days, or I'm sorry, 4 hours. So 180 days, and each candlestick represents 4 hours, as you see it here. Okay, so if we would put in a ratio of 1-to-3, that's what we want to start off. See what it looks like for now. And so our buy price is at $21.50, and that's right around here. Okay, $21.50, where my cursor is. If we did a 6% stop loss at $20.21, that's going to be down here. That's plenty of space for the stock to be volatile and work around. You want to give the stock a little bit of room to wiggle around and work for you. It's not going to just turn on a dime and start heading up. You want to be able to give that little bit of buffer and some space for it to move. Good indicator is this bottom Bollinger Band. You don't ever want to be within the Bollinger Bands when you're setting a stop loss. So at 6%, you're well outside the Bollinger Band. If you do 4.5% stop loss at $20.53 for a 1-to-4 ratio, we're at, boom, $20.53. It's a bit below the Bollinger Band, but I'm gonna say, since this Bollinger Band here it's been moving a bit in the last couple weeks, I'm gonna try and stay on the safer end. So I'm going to take a 1-to-3 ratio and a 6% stop loss. So I'm going to identify that there. Not saying that these other ones would have been doable. So if you would have done 1-to-5 ratio at 2073, you're still below the Bollinger Band. Okay, it's right around here. And that's a 1-to-5 ratio. You're only taking 3.6% loss. Not bad at all. Okay? But you want to give a little bit of room to wiggle. If you want to be a little safer, let's go in the middle. And we'll go to the we'll go here, 1-to-4 ratio. Okay. Next, we're going to look at ECPG. And this is on the 180-day chart, and of course my internet is acting up. Okay, we got ECPG on the 180-day chart. And so, like I said before, if it was a couple days earlier, this would have been a perfect execution right here on the bottom Bollinger Band. You got the bottom RSI. But as of now, we're at fair price on the Bollinger and a fair price on the RSI. So still doing pretty good for both those indicators. Alright, first we're going to put in the 1-to-3 ratio at 37.95. And that's going to be just below the Bollinger Band. Okay. So, let's see, 37.95. Yeah, so that's somewhere right around here. And then if you did a 38.59, 38.50. Okay. So somewhere around here, still pretty much within that Bollinger Band. Okay, so I think probably the best one would be the 3-to-1 ratio here. Even though this is trending up the last couple days, as you can see, it's already gapped. You know, so it's not so bad to get close to the Bollinger Band. So you could almost do either one, the 1-to-3 or 1-to-4. But if you would do the 1-to-6 ratio, that's a bit too much of a gap. For instance, at 39.20, that's just too far up there. I mean, you're only taking 3.2%, but you need some wiggle room. So let's stay right here. So as you can see, we're pretty safe at AHCO at a 1-to-4 ratio, but also it's got a little bit of room to drop as well. So this stock might actually be good to maybe even wait a day or so, but it's also a good trade to trade right now. What I like about this one is it's already on its way back up. It's on its way in that trend for the last couple of days. So that's what I like about this one here. So these are the things you have to weigh and determine on what you want to take a risk in. And so I think this is the best one right here. You know, you got the chart validation there. You know, great heading over the strength indicator here. You know, this is usually a good buy indication is when it's below the average and it crosses over. That's a good sign. But yeah, so this has a lot of room to grow, even though it's it's kind of already been trending up. So I would like this one here. So thank you for listening in. Appreciate a like. Please feel free to subscribe for further videos. And next video I'll be coming up with is how to execute this and how to submit the buy order, the stop loss, and the profit all within one. You want to set this all in one in the same trade. You want to do them all at the same time before you decide to buy. So I'll be doing that on Thinkorswim. You can execute that on any brokerage. But keep an eye out for our next video coming up. Thanks for listening.